Alright, so let's spend a bit of time talking about the air still now. As you can see, we've got dripping coming through the air still into the collection chamber, and it's alcoholic. Yeah, really good. As you can see, it's all coming through quite nicely. We're just going to collect a little bit of these drips into this trial jar so that we can actually measure it against the spirit hydrometer. So we'll carry on talking anyway. So the air still, the thing about the air still, it is a very, very inefficient pot still, but it is amazingly convenient. So we've sold somewhere in the region of 20,000 of these. They are just great, and they just last forever. They're just really, really top quality. But the air still, as I said, it's very inefficient. So this is why it's really, really important that the wash we make, we use the pure yeast and the carbon to be able to produce a top quality wash, so that the inefficiencies of the air still are compensated for by the top quality of the wash. Can't be helped, I'm afraid, because we haven't got any water running on this, and as you can see, the fan is chilling. So let's just see what happens. We put the 4 litres in the still. This then takes the temperature up to over 82. At 82, well, between 78 and 82, we've been really technical. Once it gets to that temperature, the alcohol will boil off and it will leave the liquid. It will boil off in a vapour and go up into the top of the still. It will then carry on going up into the column, which is a curl going up through the still, and as it's going up through the curl, the fan will chill the vapours and put it back into liquid. So that's the liquid which is coming out of the machine here. This is the vapours from the alcohol turning back into liquid and coming through. So it's a very, very simple process. Now the only thing that I would say is this air still can only extract the alcohol that is in the wash. So if the wash had no alcohol, this wouldn't be able to extract any. So if somebody says to me, look, I've got a problem with the still, I'm not getting any alcohol, the chances are the wash is the problem, and that they haven't got enough alcohol in the wash to be able to work in the still. There's very little that can go wrong with it. Now, once it's come through the still, as we talked about earlier, we've got the carbon treatment, so we're going to carbon treat it. But normally we would dilute this down from the 60% down to 40% that we've talked about before. We've got a little bit more to go on this actual collection here to be able to work the spirit hydrometer. There's a reset button on the still, so if you did actually boil dry, you would need to reset the button here. You can see it. If for some reason you've collected more than 800 mils, say you collect 1.2 litres by mistake because you've forgotten to switch it off, there's no reason why you can't stop and put that back into the machine and start again. So we're looking at, it took us about just under an hour for it to heat up, and we're probably looking at another hour of collection. So it's 2 hours from start to finish. The time it takes to heat up will very much depend on the temperature of your wash. The colder your wash, the longer it's going to take to heat up. Obvious really, isn't it? The warmer the wash, the less time it will take to heat up. So those are the things that we need to be aware of with the air still. The air still will also do 3 other things. It will do distilled water, it will do essential oils, and it will do alcohol for drinking purposes, and fuel ethanol. So the 3 other things it does. Alcohol for drinking purposes is obviously what we're using it for here now. And as you can see, we're just getting nicely up on the liquids. So I'm now going to just drop my spirit hydrometer into the liquid, just give it a little bit of a spin, and as you can see, you can probably just see on the side here that's coming through at about 62-63%. Yeah? Now what will happen is the strength that it's coming through at the very start will be higher than 60. But similarly, at the end, the strength will be less than 60. So over a period of time, of the hour, collecting the full 800 mils, we will end up with an average ABV of 60%. Now if the ABV is not 60% and it's 55, then all we're going to do is use less water to dilute it. Less water in the actual dilution process, so we want to end up with 40%. The secret is always to finish with 40% alcohol.